everybody, this is Les Taylor of LesTaylorPhoto.com, and I'm coming to you today with another photography quick tip. Now in this video what I want to do is show you how you can add some clarity to snow on a mountain at nighttime. Now when you hear that you might think that's a really specific adjustment and I'm not sure it's something I'll ever use. And that might be true in one sense, but the technique that I'm going to show you is one that's actually useful in a lot of different situations, and so I think it will be useful whether you're shooting snow on a mountain at nighttime or not. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Now before I show you the actual adjustments, I want to show you exactly what it is I'm trying to adjust it for. Now on this snow, if you look at the snow on this mountain, this is Mount Fuji by the way, and if you look at this snow you can see two things. Number one, it's a little bit too dark and I want to brighten it up a little bit, and the other problem is there's sort of a blue cast over the snow, and I want the snow to be more white and more natural as it would be in real life. And so we're going to try to fix those two things, and in the final image this is what this adjustment will do. It's not a major adjustment in one way, but for the final image it actually does make a big difference, I think. And so this is the after, that's the before. And so let's go ahead and get started with the actual adjustments, show you how we do that. So first I'm going to create a new layer. We'll call that snow. But before we actually work on that layer, we first need to go back to the background layer, and I'm going to go up to Select and Color Range. Now I have already shown how to use the color range selection tool in a different video. You can watch that and learn a little bit more about how to use it. But I do want to mention one thing here. You can see that the selection area is going to go too much into the sky. The white area is what's going to be selected for. And so it's up into the sky, and you might think that's a problem. And in some cases it would be, in some cases I could try a little bit more to get that out. But here I'm not too concerned, because if I spill over a little bit from the snow into the sky, all I have to do is use the eraser tool and just erase away from the side of the mountain. So it's not going to be a big deal or too time consuming here. So I'm just going to deal with this as it is. So I'll click OK. Okay, and that'll select for that area. So I'm actually going to push Control H here on a PC, and that's going to remove the marching ants while it keeps the selection. So that way I don't have to deal with the marching ants while I'm trying to make some of these adjustments. So first let's click on our snow layer now, and let's zoom in. And the next thing I want to do is I want to make a white brush. So I'm just going to click here and turn that. So now we have a white brush, and all I'm going to do is paint over that area with the white brush that I've selected. Okay, so we selected that, and as you can see all it's going to do is go over that area we selected, which makes it a lot easier. Trying to do this manually, trying to go through here by hand and just stay on the snow would be next to impossible. It would certainly be very, very time consuming. So this saves us a lot of time and a lot of frustration, especially if you're kind of OCD like me. So I think this is a good thing to know how to do. Now as you can see, of course, again it's spilling over a little bit, but that's not a big deal because I can easily go through, and I will here in just a second, and just erase some of that area where I spill over. So not a huge deal. Let's just go ahead and do that. Now I'm not going to be too worried about getting everything here. Obviously in the real image I am, but for the purposes of this video we'll just be a little bit sloppy. Okay, and that's enough for now. Actually, I'll tell you what, let's go through and do that a little bit more. Okay, that's good enough for now. So now let's zoom back out. Now you can see I've gotten the snow very white, but it's a little bit too white, right? It sticks out a little bit too much and obviously doesn't look natural. So how am I going to make this adjustment? Well, this is one of the great things about working on a new layer. There's lots of different things you could do. For example, you could change the blending mode to soft light. But that's actually going to make it a little bit too dark to me. So I'm actually just going to keep it on normal. You could try some of their blending modes. But the big thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to change the opacity. All I'm going to do is let's lower that opacity of this layer down to, let's say, about 40. Okay? And we'll keep that. And now you can see that it has kept that, the whiteness has gotten rid of the blue cast, and it's brightened it up a little bit, but it's not too much. If I take this layer off, or if I make it invisible I should say, you can see there's a big difference now between the before and after. Here's the before, here's the after. And all I did was paint it on a new layer and lowered the opacity. And again, this is a very flexible technique that you can use. There's a lot of different ways you can use it, but I think this shows you what I did in this image and gives you a good starting point for using it on your own images. I hope this has been helpful to you. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comments. This has been Les Taylor of LesTaylorPhoto.com. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.